Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's hard to remember way back
There we go.
then.
Am I supposed to be doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Lynn
Yes.
can't actually hear the sound effects.
Yeah. She can't hear the
Her
sound,
life
but
is
we're working
sad
on it.
because of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But as long as you and I hear it, it's everything's
really all
okay.
that
That's all
matters.
we care
I feel
about.
like I'm like outside of an inside joke.
You are. You are.
Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Lane Carruth
Yes.
is here with us. Some other in the community may know you as
Lane Dickerson, Lane
Yes.
Adams.
Yes, she goes by many
names.
marvelous names. So
But it is
welcome to the
same
show,
Lane.
Lane.
Thank you for having me,
You're
Eric
so-
and Brooke. I appreciate
You're
it.
so welcome. This is one of the best shows on the internets right now. Just
Yes.
FYI.
This is episode.
So I've heard, yes.
4.
We're on the 4th episode. It's already the best one on the
Yeah.
internet. We've had a whole 10 views,
10 million.
and it's probably half of them are us.
Love it. I will make sure and share with everyone I know.
Thank you,
Us
Lane.
and HR that have
And
been
which-
watching the videos.
As long if it's just us, that's all we care about. Who's
Mhm.
watching it. If we watch ourselves, then
I
we're
know.
good.
Yeah. I was like, you guys should watch it. It's really funny. And I'm like, well, we think we're funny.
Yeah, we're hilarious.
We think we're funny. So
Yeah,
that
we're
means
totally
we are.
hilarious.
But anyway, the point of this episode
Yes.
is
Yes.
to talk about retail marketing and just kind of the evolution. Like, where has it been? Where has it gone? And where is it going?
Mm.
So, Lane, I know you have experience in some marketing. So why don't you give us kind of like a just kind of an overview of what you've done and kind of where you've seen marketing, like when you started, what was going on in retail marketing.
Well, when you mentioned that Lane has some experience in some marketing, it sounds like that you just took like a class.
I also
Well,
don't
why
want to
not-
say she's got many years and
Well,
Well,
yeah,
I
we
I
have
don't
to be
want to give it
sensitive here.
away.
All right. Well, why don't I just tell you a little bit about my background and what I've done previous
Thank
to
you, Lane.
There we go.
working at White
Please
Spider.
do that.
So I have been.
I'm sorry about her question.
It's quite all right.
Okay.
So I have been
Okay.
in the shopper marketing world for several years. I'm not going to say how
Okay.
many.
That's fair.
Leading shopper marketing, working at very large agencies, leading Hershey's, Clorox, Tyson. I could literally go on and on. Also, I've done a lot of C-store and B2B business work as well. As far as the marketplace and how it's changed, I mean, obviously with e-commerce, it's a completely different world today as it was even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Our marketing toolbox, specifically with Walmart in store, was literally you had a PDQ, and that how much communication could you get to the shopper in that little bitty PDQ tray that was sitting on the shelf. And so there were a lot of challenges and barriers as far as educating and making sure that you're just getting that shopper's attention at that first moment of truth. It was
Right.
all about the first moment of truth.
Mhm.
And if you didn't capture them in literally 3 to 5 seconds, you were done.
True.
And so today with, e-commerce, clearly you have a lot more time to educate, and there's so many more ways to the marketing toolbox has expanded as far as what you can do from a retailer, brand experience, and just marketing overall.
I would think one thing, speaking of like you were talking about while you're in store,
Mhm.
that moment of truth, first moment of truth. But, now the way to get traffic into the shelf is completely flipped.
Agreed.
Right. And so part of the responsibility of shopper marketing is driving to store
Right.
for purchase. And now with digital, with the advent of digital and shoppers using that, I mean, the ability to bring them into the shelf can happen thousands of different ways,
Absolutely.
thousands of different shelves, right?
Yeah, which is fantastic because that gives you so many more opportunities. Whereas, just a few years ago, you didn't have all of those opportunities. Like, for example, Sam's Club, literally pretty much the only thing that you could do were demos. And it was in store. It cost a lot of money. It was one day for 3 to 5 hours, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was their entire budget for the year.
Right.
And now, obviously, there's a lot more that you can do with, .com coming along. I was thinking about the other day, remember it used to be all about, what are we going to do with the PDQ tray? What are we going to do, from a creative branding perspective? And now I'm thinking about like the PDQ went to like the PDP. So now it's all about the product description page and making sure that you're optimizing that with keywords that are relevant to how that shopper's searching, and you've got rich media, and there's so much more that you can do with that PDP versus that little bitty PDQ tray that was sitting in the store for years.
That's right. And I always likened like the power of the PDP, product detail page, being the ultimate library of information for your particular product.
Absolutely.
What did I just say? Particular product. What I was trying to say is particular product.
Particular product.
Particular
that
product.
is a little tricky to say right there.
I mean, it is. It was tough, so I appreciate that. Wow. Did you just jingle that in?
It did just jingle that in.
Thank you. That was a good move.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job over there with the
with the sound effects.
with
we
the sound
got
effects.
the sound effects working today.
Oh, it's
and
epic.
I can't hear the sound effects, so I feel like I'm
Lane, don't tell them that. Like you want them all to think that you're listening. Your headphones are fine.
They're totally fine.
They're not fake headphones, everyone. They are not fake. Ruined the video.
I was just kidding.
She lied to you, basically.
Yes.
You lied.
I did not.
Okay, you were kidding.
I was kidding.
It's so funny. She's kidding.
Yeah, she's kidding. Now we're laughing.
It was just a joke.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Good job. Well done. But the fact is that back in the day, shopper goes to the store. They may have seen some information on advertising that drove them there, FSI, circulars, etc. They get to the shelf. There might be some things on the shelf that can help explain or to educate in the package itself, right? And then, of course, I remember before the internets, because I was barely old enough to remember.
Right,
that.
Me too.
Barely. But I remember wanting to open up packaging and things like that, so I could learn more about the product, right? You want to look at whatever details. Now you can literally go in and you can get on your phone right there at shelf, and you can find all the information in the world. And it would be wonderful if I am at a specific retailer in their store looking at a product to go to their website, to the retailer's website, find that product very easily by typing in just the name or the UPC or some other information, and then be able to look at that product detail page and see more pictures of it inside the box with the product open or whatever it might be, and then also seeing documents and videos about it, reviews about it, ratings about it, also the descriptions, just so I can get that really quick scan, but also so that if I really wanted to dive into the details, because I might be comparing something that's pretty technical,
right?
Then I can get that information there.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. And while for me, I'm your typical omni-channel shopper. So sometimes I'm doing, ordering things online, having it delivered directly to my home, or I'm doing a grocery pickup service, or sometimes I'm literally, I need to just run into the store and grab a couple of things and I'm right there. So it's always me doing something different, but I've always got, this with me right here. And I am going on and, if it's a new product that don't know, like for example, a couple of weekends ago, I was looking at patio furniture. So I was in store, but I was also online, and ratings and reviews were super important to me, because that helps me know that I'm making the right purchase decision.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we were actually buying the equipment for this, I went to Guitar Center and some other places, and I was browsing the products there, but I was also on B&H.com, and because B&H had more information about that item, I actually ended up purchasing there.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. And so, I mean, and folks are doing that, and it depends on the convenience of it, but because I could really trust and understand more of the details about that product, I had more confidence to make the purchase digitally. So, and I think, when clearly that happens all the time, it's not just me and just you only people on planet Earth.
Agreed.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's a digital shopper.
Yeah. And that's something I tell everyone. I'm like, think about your own shopping habits and experience and what you're doing. And intuitively, we're all doing all these different things and utilizing, whether it's ratings and reviews or, making sure we're watching the video if it's a product that, we need some education, you need education on, or whatever it may be. We're all utilizing all those different things in our own experience. And that's where, just from a marketing perspective, sometimes it's best to kind of like take a step back and like kind of take off that marketing hat and think about just, okay, now how do I shop? What would be helpful to me, or what's insightful to me? And it's really, it's very simple, but yet there are so many brands that are still missing the boat and still aren't delivering from a .com perspective, because there's so many things that can be done, and they're just missing the boat. And I don't know if it's they just don't understand,
right?
Which I think is part of it, or if they think they understand and it's just not working.
Right.
So that's where, it's exciting for me to help, go in and try and educate those folks on what they can do to, be best in class and be found.
So it's like are they listening to the shopper, and so like there's kind of things that they can do that will help you, find out exactly what your shopper is saying.
Absolutely agree. And listening is, it's number 101 on anything. Listen to people. What do they want? They're going to tell you. They're going to make your job easy and make you a hero and make a retailer a hero.
Right.
So you're absolutely right. It's all about listening.
Yeah, there could be 1,000 reasons why maybe like the information is not getting there. It could be I've seen it just as simple as the execution of it.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Or the publishing of it, or the verifying of the publishing,
or there's not the right keywords.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't start at the fundamentals of listen. The shopper is telling us everything they want to know about the product.
Absolutely.
It's like the best focus study of all time.
It is the best focus group ever. And I've sat in so many focus groups where it was 10 people in a room, and we made decisions off of what those 10 people said.
Right.
And
now you have the internet.
Exactly. And now we're listening to thousands of people and what they're saying, and they're telling us what they want.
Even better yet, when they're at home and they don't feel, judged. Right. Or they're not being witnessed, and they can really express their raw feelings about a specific thing. Like, I really wish this product did X, Y, and Z. Or I don't buy this. I did not like this product because of these very specific reasons. And they feel comfortable to express that.
So do you personally, do ratings and reviews?
I do every once in a while.
Okay.
I do. But only when I get pissed off.
You never leave good ones?
Yeah. No, I downloaded an app not too long ago that I've had this app forever. And this is somewhat similar to it, just off the top of my mind, I remember it. But come on in, Roger. Hey, we're recording
Roger,
right now.
Hey, Roger.
Oh, hi.
Hey, this is Roger Dickey. Oh,
Close that.
yeah. You need to close the door, Roger.
Gotta learn to close the door.
That's right. But hey, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
How are you? This is our Chief Technology Officer,
Hello.
Roger Dickey.
Right. And by the way, Lane's our Chief Customer Officer at WhyteSpyder.
Hi.
So
she's done some marketing.
She's done some marketing.
She took a class.
So
but anyway, I downloaded this app. I've had this app for years, right? On my iPhone. I'll switch back to iPhone, Android. Why do you look at my hair, Lane? Is my hair messed up?
No, I was looking at your sunnies.
Oh, my sunnies.
So there we go.
I feel so much more confident right now.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm wishing I had my sunnies right
it's
now.
It's kind of like wearing a wig or something at like a tournament.
Like my big wig. Like my big Jackie O.
We've got wigs too.
You need to get a wig.
Johnny Bago.
Who's that? Oh, I know that dude.
I think you've met him.
He's cray-cray.
He's
real cray-cray. But anyway, I had this app for years. I always used it. Then I downloaded it on the iPhone when I got to the new iPhone, and then you couldn't access any of the old information, the audio part to it, or any of this other stuff. The search was all whacked, and and I paid this big subscription for it. It didn't really enhance anything, and so that's the only time I leave reviews is whenever I get mad about something.
It's funny that you say that. I actually am pretty much the same way. It's when I'm very annoyed. Now, every once in a while, when there's a product that I really love,
that blows your mind.
Exactly, my mind is blown.
Like Milo's treats.
Milo's Kitchen, and my dog Milo loves them.
Yeah.
They're chicken meatballs.
Have you reached out? They should come to the show.
I have reached out, and I would like Milo's Kitchen, Big Heart Pet. I would love for you to come to the show and talk to us, and I'll bring Milo. And y'all can meet him because I also think he needs to be on your package as well as in your advertising.
And you know how serious Lane is when she's looking straight at you in the
camera
and saying, "Come on with it."
Like this was not to us.
No, it wasn't. This is a message. It's like a presidential speech. It's like, listen, this country, is whatever I was going with that. I have no idea.
You gotta have the. There it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the hand gesture. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm serious.
I'm very serious when I say things.
Gotcha.
It's not pointing because you can't point. That's aggressive. It's just these are my points.
For a couple more minutes that we have, because Roger's coming up next.
He is.
Those things are fogging up, probably because it's so freaking hot in this bus.
It's a little steamy.
A little steamy in this bus. But Roger, by the way, you forgot your guest. that you were supposed to bring with you?
Oh, little bear.
The bear.
Yeah,
The bear was going to be on here.
Bear is going to be on here.
Bear's going to be on
Well,
here.
he was having such a good time in the office. I didn't want to take him away from that.
No,
right.
We don't. Yeah, we don't care.
But he has to be on the
Tearing
show.
things up. Getting into stuff he's not supposed to be getting into.
Yeah.
You know, just typical dog stuff.
Yeah, just being a dog.
Yeah.
Just being a dog. But one last question I have for you, Lane.
Yes.
So what about like the marketing resources internally for brands or their third parties that they're using? In your experience, how has that evolved and changed? And where are we kind of at today with that?
Oh, well, it's significantly evolved. So I'm seeing now, and this is just what I'm seeing personally, is shopper marketing budgets are shrinking and dollars are being put into .com or into more digital effort, some of it paid, some of it not paid. Dollars are just shifting, and people are, as they're evaluating, like we had a big meeting yesterday with a super large consumable company, and they were talking about how, you know, right now they're doing planning for next year and reevaluating what worked, what didn't work, and they're absolutely shifting those dollars where it used to be more all, you know, brick and mortar, and then doing like FSIs and, you know, couponing and a lot of those types of, you know, old school kind of tried and true tools. They're really changing things up and they're wanting to be innovative and do different things. So they're constantly looking for new different things to do, and their budgets are tighter. But that's the beauty of, you know, a lot of the offerings that we have and other folks have as well is it's providing those innovative solutions that are different. And the price tag is not crazy. It's very cost efficient and it's paying out. So,
awesome.
You know, it's like I said, money's just shifting around and changing, period.
No, that's good. Brooke, will you do me a favor? Will you start playing our exit jingle? But I'm going to be talking like you had to turn it on so I would shut up and we had to end this. So, I mean, I agree with you, Lane, and what you were saying about that. Now, really, what I've been seeing a lot in the marketplace is, oh, wait a minute. Is it time to end?
It's time to wrap it up.
Dang it. I was about to expose the greatest secret of all time.
I'm sure that's why
the
we
ultimate
have to wrap
fix.
it up.
Yeah, we have to stop
We don't want to reveal all of the secrets.
I got the fix. Maybe next time we'll do the fix, right?
What
Until
was the
then.
Fix?
Oh, we don't have enough time.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't tell the answer today.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It'll be next time.
Next time, maybe.